as well, and we'll be talking to you and having a wee cup of coffee at the same time. So it's Coffee and Crypto Morning, and as ever, if you're new to this channel, if you've not done it already, go down to like button and hit that like button just now. Crush the likes, everybody, just now. That definitely helps the channel. And if you could subscribe if you've not done that already, and hit the notification bell as well. Okay, I'm just going to see if we're live just to make sure everything is up and running. Okay, we have a few people in. Excellent. Okay, so we have Olo Bramblebur is in the house. Welcome to you. Mervyn Skidmore is in. Ben Polgardi, one of our kind of most recent premium members. Good to have you here, Ben. Good to have you in the group as well. Hope you're enjoying it so far. A bit quiet just now, but that's cool. But it's good to have you in the premium group as well. Loyal Tangi is in the house this morning. Mac Paulin, Richard Cooper, George Charles, Stephen King, Benton Taylor, Crypto Don Wan is in the house. Good morning to you. Chris Noble, IT Financial, Midge Dieter, David Schwartz, Mark Innes, High Plains Drifter, Rocco Guerra is in the house as well. And I'll get back to comments in a second. Morning is in Scotland. Good night in Oz. Yeah, so what, you 12 hours ahead? So you 8 o'clock at night, or maybe 7:30, 3 p.m. Likes Crushmate is in Mark Innes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for I looked into that, what you kind of shared with me this morning as well, Mark. Or was it yesterday? God, my days are getting mixed up. I think it was this morning. Sure, it was this morning anyway. Derek Holroyd is in as well. Good to see you here. Marcus Jafari is in as well. Okay, so take a look at the markets overall just now. What's happening in the markets? It's going sideways just now. Nothing much happening. But we are at market capitalization of $130 billion. We've got Bitcoin dominance of 52.1%. That's gone up slightly from yesterday. And who's the top gainers? ABBC coin is up again, 66%. We had a look at that yesterday briefly, but it's up again. And it's doing a volume of 28 million. And relatively still don't know much about it at all. Nexo is up 17%. Ravencoin is up 15%. That's 3 ones with double-digit figures. So what are we in the green percentage-wise? We're probably about 35% in the green, about 65% in the red for the top 100 coins. Who's the biggest loser? Decentraland had a run-up already, so we can't really call it a loser. Ravane, ARK, Bitcoin SV, Elf, Veritasium, Crypto.com, which have all had run-ups as well. So small single digits in the red. Already, we'll have a look at the overall market. That was just for the top 100. So this is for all coins that have traded over volume of 10k. Electrum Dark, same as yesterday actually, up 4,000% on 16,000 volume. Tigerium as well, up 144%. Real Tract. Is there any big ones that have got ABBC coin? CWV Chain is up 40% on 1.7 million volume. Other ones, HDAC is up 26% as well. So some huge climbs there on relatively small volume. They're for 4,700%, which is 47 times. Put $1 in, get $47 back, which would be amazing. But I don't think you'd be able to trade a lot. It wouldn't be like you could put $1 million in and get $47 million back. So I would imagine liquidity is extremely low on that one. But ABBC coin, I need to look into that further. We've looked into it a couple of times, but it's not kind of begging me to kind of look into even more, apart from these kind of price rises. I'm going to jump back in, see who else is in. Mac Paulin, Steamy. Is Steam going up? Ben Polgardi had a good time yesterday watching Pundy X going from up to 20 to 21 sats. Yeah, so Pundy X, which we've got for the community coin, and we've also got in our strategy, our Binance strategy as well, which is good. So we'll have a look at some of the coins here. Skycoin is going up as well, which is good. So I've made, this is the last day of the month, so I've made a few calls to end off the month, and a lot of them are descending triangles. I'll share that with you later on as well. Now, a descending triangle, if you're into TA at all, that's normally a bearish sign, but a lot of the time I've seen it as a very bullish sign. And you can put a tight stop loss on a descending triangle, and the risk to reward ratio can be extremely lucrative indeed. So we'll have a look at that later on as well, but we'll look at PundiX just now. NPXS. Yeah, so that kind of went up to 21. Well, it was better looking at it on Binance just to see what the order books are. And Fetch AI is going live today as well. So, 18, 19, so it's come down a wee bit. It's come down a wee bit. It was at 2021. I think it was at 21.22 actually at one point. Or 2021 is the highest it's been. But it looks as if it's going to go back to 2021 or 1920, sorry. It looks as if it's going to go back up there. So it keeps on threatening to break out and kind of break past that 27 level. But I just can't get past the 22 just now. But it keeps on threatening to break out. So yeah, it's been good to see that. I was in and out, well, been in and out of Pundi for ages, but I'm holding, I don't know, about 1.2 million, and plus we've got about $500,000 in the community fund as well. We kept that in. Okay, back to these ones I was kind of talking about. So just bear with me a second. I'm just going to jump back here so I can look at something just now. I'm just going to go to the calls list. So in the premium group, obviously I make calls nearly every day, not every single day, but nearly every day. I think in February I've made about 59 calls in total over 28 days, which is an average of about two-ish per day. So I'm just going to see the calls I've made, because a lot of them, the calls I've made, a lot of them are actually on a descending triangle. So obviously I can share some of them with you without actually showing you. So those two would be good examples. So I'll jump back and show you them. So we'll go to Zen first of all. Zen Horizon Bitcoin. And we'll just refresh that actually. And just see if it comes up, because I was working on the other computer. That's on a daily. That's PundiX, and we'll just go to Zen BTC. Okay, so we can see here. We'll just take it from there. And we'll go to round about there. It's a bit far, to be honest, but we'll kind of put it round about there as well. We're on a descending slope anyway, and we'll put it round about there. That's a bit long going into May, to be honest, but you can see here we're on this kind of, we've got this slope we're on. It's not breaking that slope just now. We could have put it kind of down a wee bit and say it's broken out of there, but we'll leave it there at the moment. So a lot of these kind of coins are near their all-time low. So I'm looking at these coins just now saying, okay, these are near their all-time low. They've just come off their all-time low, and a lot of them are in this kind of descending triangle pattern just now. Now, as I said, a descending triangle pattern is usually a bearish sign to indicate there's going to go lower, so you're going to get lower highs for a descending triangle, so it's just going to hit this resistance line all the way up. But a lot of the time what I've noticed is they're coming out of this descending triangle and breaking out and just going back up again, and going right back up and shooting up and coming off their all-time lows and going past that as well. Another one we'll look at is Lisk, and again similar thing happening with Lisk as well. You can see kind of all the way down here. We'll just put this kind of, we can do it from a longer time period actually, and we'll put it round about, I need to come in steeper, round about there, and come round about here. Again, quite clearly there's another descending triangle here, and it's coming to the end of this one. This one ends round about kind of 17th of March-ish. So it can either go two ways. Usually, as I said, it kind of breaks down and goes lower, but this is reaching its all-time low. Lisk, a quality project by the way, is reaching its all-time low and kind of has hit a support line there. There's a support line here of round about 30,400, 30,500-ish, round about that level. So that indicates to me it's going to bounce up that and kind of go back up, but it's in this descending triangle, which means it could break out of the descending triangle and kind of go up big time from there as well once it does break out. And that's what I think is going to happen with a lot of these projects that are near their all-time low. Now, the good thing about this is you can set a very tight stop loss, because if it does break the support line here, round about here, then it's a very, very tight support, a very, very tight stop loss you can put in. So if we put a stop loss just below it from here, I'll just try that again. Right, we'll go to measure, and we'll go from here to just below the kind of support, which is only a stop loss of 3%. So the risk to reward ratio can be really good for this as well. And I don't know if I don't really use that, to be honest. No. Forecast. One sec. No, I'll just leave that just now. I can't remember because I don't really use it. The risk to reward. Has it got here? Where the hell is it? 10 base fib extension. Now, somebody else will know that you kind of uses that all the time, but the risk to reward ratio is really, really good on this as well, because you've got such a tight stop loss on that. So there's a lot of coins like that just now. I've called them in the premium group. There's more. There's about kind of 10 altogether, but I picked the best ones kind of this morning, called them in the group. They might go lower, but you've got such a tight stop loss, you're only going to lose 3% on that as well. So that's something to think about, something to look at as well. Mervyn Skidmore shows the shirt. Shows the shirt. Oh, it's a funky monkey kind of thing from Next. That's it there. I don't know if you've seen that, but I don't usually wear it. I like wearing shirts, to be honest, but I just grabbed a t-shirt this morning. I had a good time yesterday watching Pundy XL. That was Ben Polgardi. Antonio Medusa, morning to you. Big Bonanza. What a crazy down move. Then a great reaction of the bottom of the triangle. Yeah. Gordy Boy Scotland is in. Good morning to you. G-Slick is in. ETN New Mobile is a good idea. $80 phone that makes you money. Yeah, this is for Electronium. Love Pundy X. Yes, hopefully it's going to move soon, but it's been threatening that for ages. It just never moves. Tim Lunt, hey Steve, what about Nano? Never looked at Nano for a while. Do Bitcoin next. Yeah, normally we'll do Bitcoin actually. So we'll do BTC, USD. In fact, we'll go to Brave. Because that's an amalgamation of the top indexes. So we'll use that, BLX. So we've got 3,818 for Bitcoin. It's relatively stable just now. It's had that push up from 3,300, came back down, dropped 400, once it got to 4,200, dropped that 400, but it's kind of come back up again. And it's still, the 70 EMA is still over the 50 EMA. So it's above the 50 EMA just now. Kind of went below that for a bit, dropped. You can see that's, we'll just go into the, let's not show me the hourly. Curious. BTC USD, and we'll go to Bitstamp. That's round about the same. And we'll go to the hourly and show you on there. So you can see here, last night we had a drop, a kind of mini flash crash there. Don't know what happened there, don't know what was going on. Nobody's really spoken about it, to be honest, but there was a mini flash crash, kind of dropped round about $150, $147 and came straight back up. So it's weird if we kind of go down in the timelines. You can see that all happened within the space of 15 minutes. And even if we go to the shorter, so you can see at around about 25 past 8 last night, it was 3,800 roughly. And then at kind of 30 minutes past 8 or half past 8, it dropped suddenly within the space of 10 minutes to 3,658, which is about $150, and then comes straight back up. So that's a weird one. Nobody's really spoken about it. There's no kind of explanation for it. So it's a bit of a strange one, that one. So I don't know if anybody knows or has seen any news stories on that as well. So that's Bitcoin just now. We'll go back to the daily. So it's looking stable at the moment. It's looking relatively stable at the moment, and I think it's going to break the 4,000 again, hopefully within the next couple of days, to keep its momentum up and onwards and upwards to this kind of 5,000 or 4,500 level, and see what happens after that. Gordy Boy, do you stake any coins for passive income? I used to stake Moincoin. I used to stake that a lot. I had that on an Amazon kind of web server, so it was more secure, supposedly. So I used to stake that, but it was just too much because it kept on updating their Windows. It was a pain in the arse. But it was good staking Moincoin, but the kind of price just went down, so there was no point. ETN is a good one for staking as well. Obviously Neo is a brilliant one for staking. Definitely stake that. And Ethereum, when that comes out as well for staking, you're going to be able to stake that in the future as well. That's going to be really good. Obviously Ontology's got a good staking. I think it's about 10% per year or something, which is really good as well. And Ontology is kind of near its bottom as well, so it could potentially, the price could rise, plus again all the staking as well from Ontology. So that could be a good long-term hold just for the staking alone, and the potential price rise of it as well. Can you post a picture of last night's dinner, please? We need proof of stake. Cal Capone is in as well. I've never seen you here before. Good to have you here. Good to see you here. Right, okay, we'll go to the news stories. So, this was news. Where are we? I need to go to this first. Bitcoin whales quietly stockpiled 150k Bitcoin in the last 2 months. This shows you that this is the top 100 kind of wallets, excluding the exchanges, that people are accumulating Bitcoin big time. So despite the price, despite what's happening just now with the price, it's going up and down just now, these people are accumulating Bitcoin on a huge scale. So this is from bitcoinist.com. The 100 largest wallets holding 10,000 to 100,000 BTC, excluding exchanges, accumulated over 150,000 Bitcoin in the last 2 months. So in all the woe and misery of the crypto winter, we can often find some meagre warmth from a positive story, an uplifting tale of plucky hero bucking the trend and beating the system. Quite like that, actually. Well, this is not that story. While the rest of us felt the pain of Sunday's BART on the chart, Bitcoin whales were busy accumulating coin. So that's nice for them. Last week saw some interesting movement in Bitcoin, with the price 3,862 jumping first to 4,000, then again, blah, 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 blah. And it's just talking about, according to data from BitInfoCharts, the next 100 largest wallets holding 10,000 to 100,000 BTC accumulated over 150,000 BTC in the same period. In fact, at time of writing, these wallets held nearly 2.29 million BTC. Although another 2 wallets had risen into this bracket by this point, making 102 whales. So there are people accumulating Bitcoin just now at these prices, despite what's happening with the price. So what they're doing is they're just buying up. If it goes lower, they'll buy even more. If it goes lower, they'll buy even more. If it goes higher, they'll still keep buying. These are the whales in the community just now. So you've got to wonder if these whales are accumulating at these prices. Even if it goes down to $1,000, they're still obviously thinking for the future, this is going to be good for the future. And remember, there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever going to be produced in the world by the time we're dead even. And a lot of these kind of Bitcoins have been lost as well. Estimated about 4 million Bitcoins have been lost. There's only ever probably going to be 17 million that we're being able to get hands on, and these whales hold 2.29 million of these kind of Bitcoin. So that's good for them, obviously, as well, but they're accumulating for a reason. They're not accumulating just because it's monopoly money, or they just think they're doing it on a gamble or a risk or anything like that. They're accumulating for a reason, and they know the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. So we have to kind of look at it from that point of view. I'll just leave that story out just now. That's for me. This was Bitcoin prediction, top Bitcoin predictions for 2019. So this is just kind of a rundown. Justin Sun, I'll do a quick rundown. Justin Sun thinks the Bitcoin price for this year would be in between $3,000 to $5,000, which is rather conservative for Justin Sun, given his kind of bold and kind of outlandish kind of marketing that he does. So I thought it would have been higher than that, but he's saying 3,000 to 5,000. Ronnie Moas is saying around about 28,000. He kept on changing his mind in 2018, but for 2019 he's saying 28,000. Sunny Singh is saying 15,000 to 20,000 by the end of this year. Arthur Hayes, who's the CEO of a crypto space exchange BitMEX, is saying 3,000. Around 3,000 throughout the year of 2019. So he's pretty pessimistic on that. Sam Doctor is the head of data science research at Fundstrat. He's saying between 20,000 and 64,000 for 2019. Mike Novogratz, who keeps on changing his mind as well, would reach around $20,000 by the end of 2019. Bobby Lee, who is, despite what everybody the kind of stories that went out, he's saying by the end of 2019 it's probably going to stay around about 2,500 or be somewhere in that region of 2,500, but he does think by 2021 it's going to be about 333,000, and that was a big story that came out. They were saying it could go to 333,000. Tim Draper is one of the known and veteran Bitcoin investors. He predicted that Bitcoin has a very promising year in 2019. He thinks it might reach around 250,000 by 2022. He didn't actually give a figure for 2019, but he thinks it's going to rise at a very fast pace in 2019 and reach around 250,000 by 2022 or the end of 2021. Fran Stagner is the CEO of one crypto firm known as Brave New Coin, which we just kind of looked at as an index. He thinks it will finally touch 200,000 in 2019. And John McAfee, obviously we know, is up to $1 million for 2019-2020. It's kind of saying. So it's obviously on an upward trajectory for that as well. So it'd be interesting to know what you think. What do you think is going to be the Bitcoin price by the end of 2019? We should run a kind of stake on that. What do you think is the price is going to be of Bitcoin by the end of 2019? If you're watching this on a replay, put a comment down below and let me know what you think the price of Bitcoin is going to be. If you're watching this live just now, let me know what you think the Bitcoin price is going to be by the end of 2019. What do I think is going to be? Obviously, would be an obvious kind of question. We'll just look. In fact, we'll take that off log. Take off auto. So this is the kind of trajectory. I'm just taking off the log there. So if we've done the same kind of trajectory for where it is just now, and we kind of done the same kind of upward movement round about there, we'll put it on auto. We'll come down and go to weekly. And look at that steep curve. Take off auto, come down there. And we'll move up, come down. If it was on the same trajectory, so we can see Bitcoin price, and this is kind of really when it from when it started. Well, really when it was $3, say, and this is a trajectory of kind of Bitcoin. Could it keep going up like that? Of course, Of course not, but you can see here it's gone right up, coming back down, kind of hitting this line, but this is a kind of support line, if you will, for Bitcoin. So the end of 2019, and we'll just put it back on a daily. So we'll go to, so looking at that trajectory, we're talking about $9,000. Around about $9,000 would be the support. Obviously it could spike up more than that, but if we're kind of going past that, it's not even giving the dates for it. Do 3 days, does it give us a date? It's no. A week. So buy, is this 560,000? So $500,000. We'll say, when is 500,000? And we're going to say by the end of 2023, we'll say $500,000. 500,000. Yeesh. So that's my prediction. So I'd say 9,000, just going on that trajectory. Obviously that's very crude and very rough, but that's what we'll kind of say that anyway. So that was the price predictions for some of the top people in there. Binance CEO speaks in support of Ripple's XRP, takes minor credit for Coinbase listing. This is Changpeng Zhao, which is CZ as you know him. The Binance CEO tweeted, so a Twitter handle named Ashrin Jafrai recently tweeted and questioned the celebration regarding XRP's adoption, to which Changpeng Zhao responded, "It's simple, my friend. As I answered in a few podcasts recently, one of the best ways to identify projects with value is the user base. XRP has got that. The market votes with their feet, not decentralization idealism. Increase your user base, increase adoption." This is the kind of thing I'm thinking more and more about. There's going to be a kind of marrying up of the decentralized and the centralized kind of world, i.e. the old traditional kind of businesses and blockchain businesses, real businesses. XRP or Ripple has got a real business on the blockchain, and obviously it's not decentralized, and that was one of the big things that I didn't like it for at the very beginning. And then I kind of seen the bigger picture. I thought about the bigger picture and thought it's going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen, this marrying up of traditional and the new kind of blockchain kind of methods and what they're kind of doing just now as well. So he's kind of coming out in support of XRP, and he has kind of supported XRP as well in the past. So after XRP was listed on Coinbase, CZ took to Twitter to congratulate XRP users. He tweeted, "Like to think we contributed to the adoption, maybe just a tiny bit. LOL, congratulations XRP, the more adoption the better, and the faster thing move around the world, it's spreading." And it is spreading. That's what I really feel just now, and I think XRP are part of that as well. Or Ripple and XRP are part of that mass adoption. This is what we need. We need the mass adoption for stability. Stability is only going to come when mass adoption comes. We're nowhere near that yet, but I think by the end of 2019 we're going to be much closer to mass adoption, and things are going to change big time this year into 2020 as well. Just my opinion. Binance CEO encourages coin adoption, citing Litecoin partnership with CU Entertainment Global. So this, I don't know if you know about this as well. I'm just going to show you this. So this is Binance Labs. Binance Labs is a social impact fund and an initiative to incubate, invest and empower blockchain and cryptocurrency entrepreneurs, projects and communities. Our mission is to solve the problems that matter most to the ecosystem and change the world for the better. So if you go into Binance, you can see Binance Labs, and they've got loads of things going on. They've got a charity foundation as well, obviously you know about that. The Academy, the exchange, obviously. Info about it, they've got the launchpad, they've got research, which is institutional grade analysis and reports, usually for tokens that they're going to be doing ICOs on. That's another thing. I still like what CZ is doing. I still like his ethos, his kind of integrity, he's a businessman, and I just like what he's doing, and that's why I think this could be good. But the portfolio so far for Binance Labs, all these kind of ones so far, I've never really heard of them. Obviously BTT we have heard of, Capitalize, Cow Trading, Terra, Pivot, Cred or Creed, Contentos as well, Cocos, Certic, Republic, Mobile Coin, Oasis Labs, and they're going to be investing in more and like this as well. So I just think what Binance are doing and what CZ is doing is a kind of bigger picture thinking is really good for the whole kind of crypto ecosystem as well. So this is what they were talking about in that article as well. Yeah, that was the article. So that's what really they're talking about. Basic attention token now redeemable at over 250,000 brands, including Amazon, Starbucks, Uber, and Apple. So Brave users can now redeem BAT or basic attention token for real world rewards from over 250,000 brands, including the ones I've mentioned. The new feature comes from a partnership announced February 26th with Tap Network, a blockchain-based digital advertising platform. So Brave partners with Tap Network. So this sounds bigger than what it is just now, but it is big. It is really big for BAT, and I think it's big for Brave, for BAT, and the company as well. I think is doing. They're just moving in the right direction. And we'll take a look at BAT just now. I don't think it moved much on that news, but it's moved already, obviously. Yeah, it's starting to go up now. I thought it moved kind of higher, to be honest, but we'll just go on to the daily. Can I look at that? Oh, it did spike up. So kind of expecting a jump up to about 6,000 for BAT before coming back down. But you can see BAT is kind of up and down just now. And I think that's going to go on an upward trajectory as well. I think that's just going to go onwards and upwards to 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 Satoshi for BAT. It's not reached that yet. It's not the highest it's been is 6,500, but I think it's going to way surpass that. They're just doing loads of things just now. Brave browser is getting better and better all the time. I don't know if you use that already. There's a link down below if you want to try that out as well. So that's with BAT. India Binance Lab. This is talking about Binance Lab again as well. I think that is in news for today as well. So what we'll do is look at some. We'll go to Binance and look at some of the coins and see what's doing good there. So BRD bread is up. That was up big time as well. You can see the big huge spike there. So it looked as if there was a kind of pump and dump there, but that's on a daily, so just look on the hourly. So it went up over the space of a couple of hours, then came right back down, and it's bouncing just now. So it's bouncing off the 50 EMA there just now on the hourly. I don't know what was driving that. I don't know if there's been news out with bread or not. ICX has gone up. We'll just look at that on the 4 hourly. I spoke about ICX yesterday as well. Eternity, oh, that's come down. Sugar. So that was on its way up to 1400, to be honest. That's not that bad in a daily. So my thinking was this is going to go up to 1400, form that cup and handle, come down a wee bit and then go back up and go over the 2000 range. I still think that's going to happen. It's just taken longer than expected. And I've got ENG as well, is going up. Not by much, there's not a lot of tokens going up. You can see there's only a small percentage going up on Binance. So the alts is starting to run out of steam just now. There's going to be a few kind of pops, obviously. You're going to get pops coming up. But it's running out of steam at the moment. But it's been on a roller coaster for, it's been on a roll for the last couple of weeks. But usually here, on Binance, you wouldn't see, oh, why is it gone? Oh, that's because of FET. That's a strange one. So RBN. Ah, right, that's weird. Because of FET, the FET GI, that's coming out today. Let's kind of split these up. Pundy X. 1920, good. So that's going back up again. Pundy X. Steam, somebody was talking about that earlier on, up 9%. Neblio, I did look at that this morning as well, but I didn't call it. I should have called that this morning. Sky is going up. Called that this morning. That's one of the ones I called. That's gone up and come back down again. 275. Okay, so that's on Binance. Okay, so just jump back to the chat. I hear Digibyte working on a reward system and wallet soon. Still early days though. I know you're big on Digibyte as well, G-Slick. Gino Dow, hello everyone. Hi Steve, it's good to see you. Gino, Loyal Tangy, I'm comfortable with 20k for Bitcoin price. Do you see any link new news? I've not seen any link. You're talking about Chainlink. I've not seen any more new news on that. Alex Jug is in the house. Kig is in the house. Welcome to you. If you had $1,000, which would you buy? BTC or Litecoin? Litecoin. At the moment, I'd buy Litecoin. Yes, that's what I'll do. Because I still think Litecoin is going to go back up. We'll just go to Litecoin USD. $45. I still see that going up to $70, around about the $70 range, and this kind of resistance line here. But we need to wait and see kind of what happens there. But buy Litecoin. Doug Anton, I worry that I won't have enough to catch the wave of growth. Holding on to 0.2 Bitcoin, 5,000 XRP, and 18k ADA. Right. I think that's a good. If you're holding on for the long term, I think that could be good as well, Doug. If you're kind of hodling there, you've got your hodling coins that are going to be good. It's not as if you're hodling coins that are speculative. That's a different story if you're doing that, and it's something I've done in the past, and it's just not the right thing to do at all. But if you're hodling the likes of kind of Bitcoin, XRP, and kind of Cardano as well, I think that's a good strategy. G-Slick, DigiID is getting more and more adopted. Brilliant. That's good to see. Gino Dow downloaded Punday X wallet. They are rewarding people with Punday X token and ETH and BTC daily rewards in 3 months or drops. Yeah, so the 3 months drops are going to do 11% over the next 3 months. I think it's starting from the 10th of March. You've got to be kind of in that. So they're starting that very soon as well. Bless up family. Mighty Locks is in the house. Welcome to you. Crypto Don Juan. LTC chart looking like a pullback at the moment. I don't think so. I don't think so. We're still on this channel. Could pull back down to here. Talking. So we're in this kind of channel just now between the kind of $37 and kind of $50 odd ish just now. So we're kind of in the middle of that just now. So I'm still thinking this is going to go up. Litecoin. I think this is a pullback we were kind of talking about. It could go up from here. Obviously, we've got to look at the 50 EMA as well. Well, I kind of look at the 50 EMA. I'm not saying you have to look at the 50 EMA. So we could pull back to about $40 and then bounce up from there. So I see the 70 EMA just now as resistance at the moment. Usually what happens when a coin kind of shoots up, it uses the 70 EMA as support. Then it comes under that and might start using the 50 EMA as support instead. If it goes below that, then that's when you know to definitely get out. But there's lots of other factors in that as well. But at the moment, it's using the 70 EMA as resistance. And so there's a resistance on the 70 EMA. Once it breaks above that again, that's when I'll be more bullish on it. Definitely. But I'm still bullish on it overall with Litecoin. But we'll need to wait and see what happens. What else was I going to talk about? I think that was it. Just now, did I have something? There's something else I was going to share with you today. I can't remember what it is. No, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for today then. That's just been on kind of 40-45 minutes-ish. Let's see who's in. 42 people watching. So if you've got any questions just now, or you want me to look at charts very quickly, just give us a shout out. Just making sure we're live there. We're still live and we've still got green healthy, so that's all good. I'll just see if there's any other news as well, just latest news. I like to use Crypto Compare. That's good for portfolio and it's good for news as well. CoinHive is closing its doors. Polymath, if placed on a deck, security tokens can be compliant. That'd be interesting to read. It reports Singapore's Wealth Fund was to raise 200 million for Coinbase in 2018. Gemini Crypto Exchange partners with BT. Yeah, I don't think that can be right, can it? Access to thousands of institutions. Gemini Crypto partners with British Telecom. What does that mean? They've just got a phone line from British Telecom. Press release, the British announced that New York-based leading cryptocurrency exchange and custodian Gemini Trust has joined the BT Radiance Cloud. The UK's largest telecoms provider has operations in 108 countries and sells multinational. I don't understand this. It's like these companies that say they partnered with Amazon AWS when they've not. They've just got a server on Amazon AWS. Is this a partnership? No. According to the release, the move will provide Gemini access to one of the world's largest secure network financial cloud communities with members spanning 50 countries. This is kind of nonsense. If it is, obviously we need to read more into that. I'm just being a bit cynical there, but I've just seen so many kind of these stories kind of going about Amazon AWS and they're partnering with these crypto companies. When they're not, they've just bought kind of a domain name off them or something like that. Anyway, it's just my cynicism there. Axel saying, thanks Steve, Crypto.1, be careful with Google having your word phrases. What does that mean? Are you talking about the hack? I don't know if you're talking about that or not. And Tanja, thanks Steve. Bab is not doing too well. No, it's not doing too well just now. I think it's still, we never looked at them actually. Coin signals, we've not looked at the smaller ones for a while. Digitex futures are actually doing well. So, Metamorph, we're up to 97. Which is good, which is okay. It was down to 68, so we're up 40%. And Digitex futures, where are they? I kind of think they're on a run at the moment. Yeah, they are. 1188 Satoshi, which is good. Good to see. They kind of were up to 1733 in December, but they're on a kind of small run just now. They're under 1,000 Satoshi, but they're on a run just now, so they went up 20% or so. I think they're doing really bad just now. Yeah, 139 Satoshi at the moment, being as low as 111. So they're near their all-time low. Bab, how are they doing? Shockingly shocking. 5 Satoshi just now. That is not their all-time low. I think their all-time low is 4 Satoshi, but they're not doing too good at all, Bab. You can see they were in this channel and they just kind of broke that and just kind of the arse fell out of it. What else have we been looking at? Blockport, how are they doing just now? They did have a big run up. They were doing well up to 4,000 and they're up at 3,169, but they've had a big run up already to here, 165% jump, which is good. And I can't remember the other ones we were kind of looking at as well. Kig, thank you very much for the $2 donation. Really appreciate that, mate. Mervyn Skidmore, BT actually installed a phone. That really is news. I know, that's what I mean. It's just these, you hear about these partnerships and you go, wow, that's huge. And then you go, you've bought a domain name from Amazon AWS or something like that. What to do is, it's not that good at all. Tron is ranked number 2 in China. Yeah, we kind of covered that yesterday as well. Crypto Don Juan, yes, the hack. Yeah, so we're talking about the hack. Yeah, did we speak about that yesterday? No, we didn't speak about it yesterday. This was a hack at one of the exchanges as well, and it was done through kind of Google spelling. Done through that, and I think Ivan on Tech explained that well. So Ivan on Tech has got a video on that hack as well, on how it actually happened, or how he thinks it actually happened. So that's a good video to watch actually. Thanks for the reminder there, Crypto Don Juan, that was good. Hold your Tron, it's going to be massive. I do think it could be really, really big. You see hot on KuCoin, it's 2 cents for hot. So what is, you're talking about HOT, the price. 2 cents. That means there would be 10 times what it is on kind of Binance, or 20 times what it is on Binance, for 2 cents. KuCoin.com. Exchange. What BTC? Hmm. 720 Satoshi. That can't be right, can it? No way. Ah, right, okay. No, it is. Saying 720 Satoshi. And we've got, what we've got here, 30 Satoshi. Right, is this the same one? This is not the same one, obviously. This whole chain. I'm being obviously thick here. And this will be the other hot, because there's 2 hots if you remember. The other, somebody else has got the kind of hot handle as well. If we look at that, so probably be Hydro Protocol. That's 34 as well. Weird. Don't know about that. I need to look at that. Big Bonanza, remember you only have 10 minutes to buy the bottom. HTC is joining the phone crypto wallet race for specific coins being given a pump. Yeah, that's I think who was that? There's loads of them because of Galaxy S10 and HTC as well. There's loads of them pumping just now. There is 2 hot coins. One is Hollow, the other is Hydro or something. Yeah, that's right, G-Slick. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Whatever you're doing, have a brilliant day. Just be careful in the markets as well, whatever you're doing. And I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.